Hello, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Let's Keep It Real with your host, Chantel. And for the family edition, Pastor Chris is with us tonight. This is his last night for the month. He's been with me since the new year. So we talked about spiritual stuff for the whole month of January, a little bit into February. We did. We're doing mental health right now, and it is coming to an end for the family edition. We're going to pick it back up in the fall. We want to welcome you to the show. Um, Hi, we got a good show for you tonight. I think so. Anyway, it's a topic that needs to be discussed. It's a topic that needs to be discussed. We cannot in this month talking about mental health if not include the criminal justice center, right?
Right.
A system. Sorry, we're live, so all bloops and bloopers is it is what it is. But yes, we had to include the criminal justice system as it relates to people with mental health illnesses. I got some good information from you all that we're going to be sharing on YouTube. But just a little of an introduction. So, mental health, as we have shared with you all throughout the month of March, plagues people in all races, all shapes, sizes, colors. Um, Mental health is a crisis that the world is faced with, especially after the fentanyl epidemic and the COVID epidemic. Depression has is plaguing our nations, right? And not to mention a whole lot of other mental health illnesses. Understanding mental health illnesses during these times are vital. It's vital so that we can know what is going on within our families and within our communities. Educating ourselves on um, various mental health illnesses and how they impact us as a society is very important. We have come to you from a spiritual perspective and have given you our opinion as far as how the church, and I don't mean the ecclesia, I mean the church where we all go and fellowship and the leaders in the church, how they deal with individuals who may come into our churches that have mental health illnesses. How do we deal with that? We address those issues. How do we deal with it? How do we determine if someone has a spirit versus a mental health illness? So we gave you some really good information on leaders in the church on how to identify and how to get individuals treatment, not only spiritual treatment, but medical treatment for various illnesses that may not be a devil, as we say it in the church, right? So tonight we've heard, the uh, police department in the news concerning racial profiling, police brutality, um, and other um, other illegal things that they've done across the nations. We've heard it all in the news, right? And so tonight we're going to talk about mental health illness and individuals who are suspected of committing crimes, um, having mental health illnesses, and how some we're going to talk about Texas, how they are. I think it's Texas or Kansas. I think it's
Kansas City.
Texas. Yeah, I think it's Texas though. How they have vamped this program that is just kind of changed the way they're doing things, and they're looking at mental health when dealing with police officers dealing with individuals with mental health issues. They're looking at them in a different light, and they have so much awesome stuff going on. I wanted to share that with y'all tonight. And then the other one, we're going to look at an actual situation where a police officer was called to the home of this older man who was dealing with a woman that clearly has had mental health illnesses, and the man didn't know how to deal with her. And you'll see that the police way of dealing with her did not show that he had any training on how to deal with this woman who clearly had mental health illnesses. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but we see a lot of it. There's been case after case of individuals being shot down in the street, and they're killed by police officers, and it was later determined that that person suffered with a mental health illness. So I want to bring that part. We're going to close the month of mental health illness with that, Pastor Chris. We're going to talk about what Ohio is doing, what the NAMI is doing, the National Mental Health Organization, national, what they're doing about it in the initiative that they've brought forth to kind of help get individuals with mental health illnesses the help that they need to prevent them from clogging up our criminal justice systems. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and play the tape. It's really good. So I'm going to start it off with this tape. Let me get my captions up here because I want you to be able to go to the YouTube video and actually pull this up after it's over. The second video I'm going to show you is really long, so I'm not going to be able to show it all to you. So, but I do want you to finish watching it, at your leisure after we're done. So here we go. Let me go ahead and share it with you. Now this is a tape of a woman that was arrested who was clearly suffering with mental health illness. Here we go.
This fast to killing my.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
This fast to killing my mom and my baby's been buried in the back of this yard.
On May 30th, 2022, officers were dispatched to a residence in reference to an emergency call made by an elderly man.
What? Why don't you step out here and talk to me for a second?
He's talking to him.
I understand. We need to talk to both of you. So.
Okay, well, come in and talk to me.
Okay.
I'm tired of going out.
Tired of going out? I'd rather be outside than inside. What's going on? Charles?
Nothing.
Okay.
He's a confessor.
Okay, ma'am. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I want to talk to him. Let me finish. I want to talk to you. And I want to get two good stories from each other. So can we have you step in another room and talk to my partner so that we can talk to him by himself?
Yeah, this might be my dad.
Okay.
Why don't we go outside?
But I live here. Well, I'm telling y'all now, I'm not going nowhere because I live here.
Okay.
We're not asking you to leave.
I've been here.
We're not asking you to leave.
I'm
We're
gonna
just
ask
asking
y'all
you
to
to
do
step outside
something
so
for
we
me
can
real
talk to
quick,
him.
okay?
What?
Y'all have a cell phone? Well, you ain't gotta get all
I don't
mad.
have it. No,
you ain't gotta get all high
I
mighty
don't.
with it. Where's Mr. Jeff Easter?
You just asked me to do something.
Where's
and I
Mr.
said,
Jeff
what?
Easter?
Jeff Easter is the sheriff. He's
I
not
know.
a police officer. You're
He
in the
is.
city of Wichita.
Where's Deputy Beach at? Who
I have
hired
no
y'all?
idea.
Ma'am, could you just step outside with me
No
and we can
idea.
talk? That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to just...
Can you step out here and talk to my partner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go talk. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's go out here. We'll sit right
Get out a
here.
cigarette, please.
If he gives you a cigarette, will you step out and talk to my partner?
Yeah, can you stay out of my face?
I'm not in your face.
Thank you. No, I'm on my face. You go. And you kill my babies and my mama, you going to death row. I swear on your life. You the stupid mother. And I still ain't going nowhere. I'm putting a PFA on your. You see how fast they got here? Yeah, but my babies is.
Hey,
Oh God, I swear on they mother life.
Yeah. What's your relationship with this woman? She staying here with you? You say she don't live here?
ma'am, what's going on?
He getting his feelings and he want to call y'all for what? Nothing. But y'all watch me all day. Y'all watch me all day. Been watching me for 37 years.
Ma'am, I don't know you.
She saying she lives here.
But y'all watch me all day. Y'all watch me all day.
Okay. Does she stay here with you? Uh-huh. What was we out here for yesterday? Same stuff?
The man stated the female didn't live with him and wanted her gone. Meanwhile, she continued making belligerent claims.
What happened to him?
Anyway, I don't know. He just got mad, getting his feelings, and he want to call y'all. But I live here like he lives here.
Okay. And like, why did he call? What happened?
Because he's in his feelings, because he's a confessor.
What is in his feelings?
Because let me show you something. Come here, let me show you something. This is why he called y'all.
Okay.
I said he's going to death row. I said, my name is Patricia. I'm the owner of everything. I run the jail. I own the jail.
327-64.
I own every motherfucking jail in the whole United States of America. This nigga confessed to killing my mom and my babies. My babies is buried in the back of the yard.
Okay.
But they come speeding over here like I done killed somebody. I never killed nobody in my
We
life.
didn't speed over here.
This nigga done killed 275 people. It fell so loosely off my lips, Miss Thomas. I gotta be right.
Alright, what's your name?
I just told you.
I-
Come on, let me show you something.
Hold on, ma'am.
Why y'all-
Ma'am.
Come on, let's
Ma'am.
why y'all here.
Ma'am.
You want to know why y'all here, right?
Just come here for a minute, and
Come on.
then we can go over there.
Come on, because he already know what I'm about to show him. He already know what I'm going to show him.
Could you? You're on like a 10 right now.
No, I know.
Well,
If it was your babies, if this was your babies
Ma'am,
and your mama, what would you do?
we need.
He would have killed that a long time ago like he just said in his mind. I say my mind is real.
How long has she been coming over here? How long ago did she start? Well, that's not just starting. That's been a while. Okay. So she started coming over here 3 years ago? Does she take care of you? Why does she come over? Is it okay if I look around just a little bit? And you're saying she don't live here?
While the officer was inspecting the residence, he couldn't find any of the female's belongings.
How do you know him?
I've been knowing him for years. Well, actually, he's not even the person that he say he is.
Do you take care of him?
Yes,
Why do you take care of him?
because the state asked me, Trisha, do you want to be his home health provider? I said yes.
How are you related to him?
We're not related.
Are you friends?
I would say that we're friends,
Yeah.
but every time he get in his feelings, he want to, put me out. I'm like, what did I do? I asked you for
Patricia.
I asked you for a cigarette. I asked you for a cigarette. You want to call the police? You want to put me out over a cigarette?
Trisha,
Damn, I just cleaned your whole house.
Trisha,
He got my information.
he doesn't. He's telling me.
He just wrote my information down.
Okay, but I
I want to show y'all no.
I would like to have your name
For what?
for my record. What's the biggest problem here today? Why are we here?
Y'all really supposed to be arresting him.
Well, what are we going to arrest him for?
For murder of my babies. I just said that.
How many babies?
Would you like to see?
Where?
Come on.
Sure, let's go see.
Stupid. I said, what the y'all do?
Run her, see if we got an address on
They
it.
ain't even down there no more. They're not down there no more.
How long you been living
Because
here?
I saved them.
How long have you
Are
lived
they
here?
down there still there? Oh, duh, because Thomas blocked me.
How long have you lived here?
I've been here for like 3 months.
Okay. So
Look, I've been a little
you just care for him or what?
No, I live here.
Because you don't have any clothes in there. Where's all your clothes?
When I got out of jail, I didn't have no clothes.
I'm sorry?
When I got out of jail, I didn't have no clothes. And I
You
do
just
got
got
some
out of
clothes
jail
in there.
3 months ago?
Who? Yeah, they kept locking me up and locking me up and locking
What
me
are
up.
they locking
I don't
you
know
up
why
for?
they acting like they don't know what the deal is.
What are
I
they
said,
locking
when
you
is
up
this gonna
for?
get real for Patricia?
So you meant Patricia, not Trish.
My name is Patricia.
Welcome to Flatiron School. This is where you learn how the future works, where the whole point of education is to get you a job in a career you love. At Flatiron, you can graduate.
Okay.
Peters, Patricia. One person knows everything. Everybody been watching me. There's a true life real story. On the system, only one person can turn off and don't. Alfonso and all them keep paying y'all to do what? Come and take me to jail for what? I said it's impossible for y'all to set me up, especially the set me up for the murder of my baby. Y'all smoking crack.
So
well, let me show you.
Yeah, show me.
I'll let you know when Tom's
Actually, you can look at this.
Show me. What am I looking at?
Trust me. I am. Come here.
What am I looking at? Okay. I don't see anything. Your phone is so close to the ground, it's not picking anything up. I got an address on it.
I'm waiting.
I just told you my address.
Yeah, I know what you told me, but I'm trying to find out if we can verify that.
Look, come here and look.
I just find it for
Come here and look.
I'm looking. I
Come here, look.
I can see your phone. I don't see anything
You
on
don't
it.
see that.
I don't.
I'm video recording it.
Okay.
He don't see that.
I don't.
You wouldn't see
What's
that.
on it? What's
You
on
wouldn't-
what
you
what's
wouldn't
on
see
it?
that. Al, you got like I'm about to walk.
Patricia.
I'm about to leave. Don't even trip. Don't even trip.
The house?
The female was aggravated and started pacing towards the entrance of the residence.
Patricia. Hey,
What?
calm down.
For what? For what?
Why are you getting so angry?
Get the out of my face.
Hey, you mind over here?
Y'all is tripping. Y'all is tripping. Y'all not like if those was y'all's back, you know what? It don't even matter. Y'all racist.
Hang on, come here. We're not going back.
What? What do you want?
You step down there and talk
No,
to your
I
partner.
want to get my purse so I can leave.
Where's your purse? I'll get it for you.
I don't want you touching nothing no more.
Okay, well,
Al can't pay y'all nothing.
I'm not letting you back in the
Al
house.
can't pay y'all nothing. He a broke mother like y'all.
Okay.
And y'all going to death row.
Okay. Can you step down off the porch for me?
I live here. Why?
Can you step down
Can
off
you
the
get out my
porch for me?
face?
I'm not in your face.
Oh, just
Thank
shut
you
up.
so much. What does your
Wow.
purse look like? I'd be happy to get it for you.
Shut up. Why y'all acting like y'all didn't see that in the backyard?
What does your purse look like? Happy to get it for you.
It looks like your mama's purse.
Do you have positive ID on Patricia?
Nope.
Okay, so what I have for Patricia is
I'm not doing that. Let's go down there and get her. And then, do you have mugs or anything?
I can pull them up.
Yeah, could you get mugs going? Patricia,
After receiving confirmation from dispatch that the female had multiple warrants out for her, the officers proceeded to detain her.
Hey, Patricia, stop. Stop. Stop.
Now!
Okay,
What?
we're positively identifying you.
God.
As of right now, I'm going to detain you.
Oh, God. For
You are
what?
detained.
For what? For what? What are they for? What are they for? What I want to know. What are they for?
I'm going to ID you right now.
Go ahead.
What is your social?
Fags, I'm going to kill y'all, motherfucker. Ow! Oh, that's what they did to
I don't
Thursday.
have hands. I don't have hands.
Ow! Ow!
Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Ow!
Give me your hand. I do not.
Get off me!
Give me your hand.
You motherfucking I'm a because this ain't even
You
called
need to
for.
calm down.
Get the fuck from me
Then you
right
need
now.
to calm down.
Get off of me.
Calm down.
All right, I got 11 for what?
Okay,
For what? Judge. This is what they did to my sister and they stomped her. Stomped her to death and chopped her up. You did that.
Nothing gonna happen.
Yeah, you did. You did that.
Stop.
Get your bitch ass off.
This year, I got serious about my taxes. I met with the TurboTax expert because I had 2 full-time jobs.
Y'all some bitch ass. Quit touching me. You act like I can really do something. Sean McDermott, get off of me.
Stop.
Get him off of me.
I'm not, ma'am. I have your arm. I have your arm in my
Shut up, Sean. I hate you. I hate you. This is Sean DNA. And this is all. This is all. This is, oh, you do sleep. You do sleep hard. That's him. This is him right here. It don't matter though, because all y'all do is watch me. Ow. You motherfucker. Okay.
Ma'am.
Ow.
Stop.
Quit trying to break my wrist in, you ass.
To fix him and you
You
won't
ain't
let me.
either. I'm trying to fix it. He's a mother. He was raping me in the jail.
You got that arm?
He was raping me in jail. He was raping me in the jail. Don't say my dad was breaking into the jail raping me. That was this. Both of them. Because it's the one with the red hair. The one that slammed the girl on the ground. Fuck you. Don't say nothing to me. Mother. I hate you, motherfuckers. Prejudice. I hope y'all rot in heaven with the Lord.
The female continued resisting and kept alleging that her arrest was racially motivated.
I got 11 bench warrants for what? What is my bench warrants for? I'm not Natasha. I'm Patricia.
You spit on me again.
I'm not spitting on you, I'm just talking. You ain't gotta try nothing. I know how to walk. I got 2 healthy legs. Motherfucker.
Get you up, okay?
I wish y'all would.
Don't
I
lock
hate
up.
you.
Don't lock
I'ma
up.
kill you, motherfucker. Sean. My husband for 35 motherfucking years. You ain't but a motherfucker.
And you're going to the
I didn't shut up. I didn't even kick you. I didn't kick you. You a kick me again. You going to the ground. Just like y'all did my sister. Mother, I can't wait. Now I'm about to go to death row. As soon as we get down there.
Get in there.
You. I hate you, Sean.
Let's get and just we'll tell the female to come in. All right, man.
Step on out here, Patricia.
Don't put your hands on me, Sean.
Then please step out of the car.
Shut up talking to me.
Don't lose
You
your
gonna
phone.
put me?
Don't lose your
You
phone.
gonna try to put me in here for battery? What's the battery for? Y'all the ones that tried to kill me. Fuck you.
Wow. So I know it's like several different things that you witnessed that could have been handled differently by the police department. At least several different things I pointed out where that situation did not have to go that far. I'm gonna say one thing. When she walked them to that bag and she was trying to show them that she was trying to tell them that there was dead bodies under that broken up dirt there. And she had that phone beaming down on there. And he was trying to be funny. Can you stop hitting that table? He was trying to be funny. And when he did that, it aggravated her. They knew that there was a mental health issue when the woman first started talking and was saying that, there was dead babies and stuff in the back. I think that police officers need to be trained on how to identify mental health, illness, signs of possible mental health issues, in order that they call in someone else that can better help that person maybe get stabilized enough for them to get them to a crisis center so that they can, be treated and get stabilized. Clearly, it sounds like that woman may have been, probably had been diagnosed with schizophrenia, maybe a little psychosis in there. There's no way she could stay in reality. You know what I mean? She was in and out of reality, and she wasn't in reality a whole lot. She had looked at him. She called him a confessor. A confessor. So, the officer's observation of her should have, been enough for him to say, this is beyond what we, can do for her as far as offering community services to this woman. Let's get crisis care on the scene so they can, in Ohio, they call it pink slipping. When someone is displaying those type of mental health illness symptoms, they call crisis care come and they pink slip them. I had a loved one that I thought was having a breakdown a week ago or so, and I was called, and I asked the officers, can you please have crisis care come in intervene. Don't put them in a police cruiser. You know, they need help immediately. Take them to the hospital, and they would not do it. They said they were going to take them downtown, and downtown would determine, you know, if it was a mental health crisis or what have you. If you're not trained in what a mental health crisis may look like, and you're just told take them downtown and book them, there's so much that can happen to someone that's suffering with mental health illnesses on the way to the police station. There's so much can happen when you restrain them and put them in the back of listen, I don't know. I've been in the back of a police cruiser, and I know how small it is back there. I know how they stuff big people with, you know, and put your handcuffs behind you, and you got no room to breathe. You know, I can see why so many people have died in police cruisers. Yeah, windows rolled up. They won't open the door. They won't come. You can tell them I can't breathe. I can't imagine with someone with mental health illnesses, and we have so many people suffering with them now, you know, how they would react to being in a cruiser. Police officers, in my opinion, need to be trained on how to immediately, you don't antagonize someone that you clearly see may be suffering with a mental health disorder. You don't, I mean, you know, some police officers, and I don't really mean to be disrespectful, but some of them are just clowns. Everything's not funny, you know, and that's how things escalate, and people end up getting handled such as she did, because he shouldn't have never made, you know, try to be, you know, sarcastic about what she clearly thought was going on under that dirt. You know, to her, that's a reality for her. And to, you know, to make the comments that he did, it just caused her to be more irritated. And that was just sad. That was sad to see, because as you saw, when they were walking from the back, she was talking to him prior to going to the backyard. And then once she saw that he didn't see what she saw, it's already irritating for them, the people with schizophrenia and psychosis, you know, to live in this reality and no one believes them. But then when you know, gaslight their feelings that nobody cares or can't nobody see it, it can cause them to act the way that she did. You know, there was no coming back once she did. So she may have, even I saw maybe a leave, and I can't diagnose her. I'm not mental health, but bipolar, you know, she went from 0 to 100 real quick. So we see a couple different mental health disorders displaying, and the police officer could not relate to nothing but when dispatch called and said she has 10 warrants on her. That right there is what lit the fire for him to grab her and, you know, and get her, you know, arrested. And it was sad because she was already elevated, and then you surround her, you know, and grab her, and she's already clearly irritated. You know, it just made situations worse for her. And I believe that the you know, citizens should always be their safety should be the number one concern when you're following up on a call and you get to the scene and someone is suffering with mental health and in a mental health crisis.
And then you also see if she had 10 warrants. Come on now, that's already mental right there.
Well,
who in their right mind gonna get 10 warrants on them? So the display of her character showed her that she had a mental health problem.
Right. And then,
the officers wasn't being professional, because they should have seen that when she told them, let's go back here in the back of the yard. He done buried babies in the yard. And she's trying to take her phone and flash it on the ground like it's a radar or something to see in there. They should have knew something was wrong right then and there.
Well, he did, but he wanted to be, he wanted to give her opportunity to express whatever it was she was trying to express. But then after that, he just spoke like, well, what does he want me to see? I don't see it. You never say that to someone who has been suffering maybe with, the mental health illnesses that she had, because again, they get frustrated because people don't understand what they're going through. They can't see what they see. And clearly she was in a manic state. So her reality is her reality. She sees those things. They see that she was having what you call it, delusions and things, she see what she see. She hear what she hear, and so because she's detached somewhat from reality, what we're talking about means nothing to her because she's in a whole nother place. And so, a whole nother realm. And so if the officers don't recognize these kind of behaviors and how they might respond if they're irritated, then people are going to continue. Citizens are going to, with mental health illnesses, are going to continue to be shot down in cold blood. Police officers are going to be backing up, pulling their weapons, tasing or whatever out of fear of being hurt. Instead of, when you get on the scene and you see a situation, there should be a task force or something. And we're going to see, I think it's Texas, that they've created a task force. And a lot of states have created task force that, when officers are called to a scene in mental health, it's a mental health crisis, they have a task force that they can call, or they'll dispatch there. If they know via dispatch that it's a mental health thing, they dispatch them. We're going to pull it up. Yep. They're dispatched to the scene in order to provide the services that they're actually trained to do. So a lot of people, because citizens have said, hey, you killed my brother, you killed my uncle, my dad, my mom, or whoever, and they suffer from mental health. Why didn't you know this? Why did you kill them, or why did you hurt them? They have mental health illnesses. So when the citizens start crying out after they were seeing so many people get killed by police officers, the police departments and city officials and stuff started to say, hey, listen, let's put some programs together, get some task force together, and try to address these issues. We've heard enough, and seen enough, fatalities to address the issue. So we're going to play another video for them. And this is a situation that occurred. Well, this is what's happening. I'm going to play. What time is it? I'm probably going to play about 15 minutes of it because it's long. This is the one that I want you all to jump on YouTube when you get a chance, just to know, especially if you're from Texas. I think it's Texas. So you'll know what's going on in your state regarding. Then I'm going to show you some statistics. If I didn't get rid of, about what they're doing across the nations to help people with mental health illnesses. Here we go. Yes. And
we're getting information that she may be around this location. Is there any chance we get Eagle up here?
3370.
370 on the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna put an apartment number on there.
look like it froze.
I'm sorry she wasted y'all's time, man. You know what? I made one silly comment, man, earlier, just kind of, venting, and she took it way too far.
Yeah, hold on, something.
370 on the way.
Hold on, guys. We'll get through the disclaimers here.
Okay, who's it?
This is her husband.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Officer Stevens, Ernie. Hey, Lewis. My partner, Gabe.
Hello, sir.
How long has she been acting this way?
It's been since Saturday. She just believes that I'm having an affair and that I have a woman that I've gotten pregnant in our ceiling, hiding.
I'm sorry you're having a bad day.
It's been 4 days.
That past 4 days have been bad?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, we're here because we don't want you to have any more bad days, right? And we want to get you some help. In the police academy, we had no training on what it was like to deal with somebody that was mentally ill or in a crisis. I was probably the last officer that you wanted to help a loved one that was in a mental health crisis.
She's watching us sleep. And I told him I could be in the living room. I can hear y'all's whole conversation.
So you actually hear this girl
I hear both
talking?
of them.
Okay. But now in the mental health unit, every single call we're responding to is a mental health crisis. I'm not sure, do you hear her right now as we're talking?
He's talking to her.
He's talking to her? Because he's actually out by the...
You want to go to my room? Over here.
You want me to go to your room?
I just want to say it loud because he's going to shut up.
Are you hearing? You're hearing it right now? Okay, I don't hear
He's
it.
telling her, I need her here.
Okay, I don't hear anything. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not saying that I don't believe that you don't hear him. I believe that this is very real for you. I just don't hear anything right now.
I don't
promise
go
you.
anywhere.
I know you
didn't
don't.
do nothing wrong.
You're right. You didn't do anything wrong.
I'm getting kicked out of my own house because somebody don't come out.
You're extremely agitated right now and stressed out.
I'm just broken. I'm just shattered. My whole heart is shattered.
Okay, you're using words like shattered and broken. Okay, if you were my sister, okay, there's no way I would leave you in this condition. There's no way.
Dallas wanted to make words emergency. Yes, my son needs to be taken to Parker. He's bipolar schizophrenia. Make sure they train police officers. Okay.
Bipolar schizo.
What's going on? You drop that for me. Drop that for me, guy.
Jay!
Drop it.
Jay!
Drop it.
Jay! Why he shot him?
More conservative estimates say that those suffering from a mental illness account for almost 1/4 of all fatalities involving law enforcement.
Get on the ground now!
This slide identifies every single officer-involved shooting. All of those that are identified in red showed some sign of mental illness. Is there a crisis in the United States when it comes to mental health issues? Absolutely.
People with mental illness are overrepresented in every aspect of the criminal justice system. So I work on a specialized unit that only deals with people in a mental health crisis. Almost everything about how I respond to calls goes against what most would believe. I'm in plain clothes. I drive an unmarked car. My weapon is concealed. And for the last 9 years, the only weapon that I've used is my ability to communicate.
Are you some kind of like therapist or something?
No, I'm a police officer, just like him. I don't want to say we do unconventional policing. We just approach certain situations differently.
I'm not trash.
No, of course
No.
not, Sandra.
No. I come from a very nice family.
I know you do. You know that you're going to deal with someone in crisis that night. You know that someone's going to need your help.
San Antonio Police, are you okay?
Police have a misconception of mental health.
I want the old Chris. Those voices just have total control of him. He don't trust anybody.
Mental illness is not unique to the United States of America. What is unique is this dynamic of unarmed citizens being killed by the people who are supposed to protect and serve us.
Like, is that the first thing that they think of is to pull their weapon and shoot somebody? No one with mental illness deserves to die because they're already dying inside, suffering.
We have to change the way culturally that we look at how we succeed in police work. I have an opportunity every single time I'm called to change somebody's perspective.
There was an incident that happened in Memphis, Tennessee with a young man who was fatally shot during an encounter with police. And he had mental illness. And the department in Memphis realized that there needs to be a program to deal with these type of folks. How to interact with somebody with a mental illness, how to talk to somebody with a mental illness. It prompted police departments across the nation to start to deal with those folks in our community. There are a lot of folks that are locked up in prison that have an underlying mental health issue. Our goal is to try to keep these folks out of jail. What's going on with Christopher today? What triggered him?
Himself, I guess.
What's he been diagnosed with?
He has bipolar disorder.
Schizophrenia, bipolar? Okay. We got some updates saying that he was asking somebody to shoot him?
Yeah.
Okay, who is he telling that to?
Anybody that wants to do it,
I wasn't allowed to cry as a kid, so it came out in rage.
Well, here's the thing, Christopher. We got a lot of people out here because they're concerned about some things you said. And that's why we're out here.
The truth is, when I got people looking at me and asking me how okay, that doesn't help the situation either.
Right.
That only makes me want it.
Did you hit walls when you get upset?
Yeah,
you hit
yeah.
objects?
There's a damage right there.
Right there? You did that today?
If a police officer feels that you're an imminent threat to yourself, we can detain you to see a doctor. That's essentially what an emergency detention is.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm a straight shooter with you. I think we need to go back to the hospital tonight.
Oh, no, sir. I don't. I'll give my word. I'm calm as heck. I don't need it. Trust me, the doctors never help me. They don't do anything for me.
It's not an arrest. Even though we put handcuffs on you if we have to, it doesn't go on arrest record. The police report is protected by HIPAA, so you have privacy rights.
Yeah, I feel great. I feel better now. Please, don't put this on me.
Christopher, you made threats to shoot yourself.
No, come on, man. Please, don't do this. Don't do this. Come on, man. Please.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some shoes for you, okay? I'll be back.
And Christopher,
The choice of you deciding if we're going to go or not go, that's been removed. You're going to go. How we leave here is up to you. Where we go is up to you. If you have a facility you'd like to go to, tell me.
No psych wards, no Nicks, no Lower Ridge, emergency room, public hospital.
I'm not gonna, I can't, we're gonna make a phone call and see where we can get you.
If you want to fight and me call more people and we have to carry you out and break half your stuff in the house, then let's do it. I don't want to do that, and you know you don't want to do that.
I don't know if I did anything wrong.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Express myself.
It's just we just don't want the wrong response to come out here, man, because what you're punching holes and stuff. And
we're just gonna close the door nice and slow, okay? Yes, sir. I think that ended up doing really well.
Yeah, that did work.
Yeah, he went from 100 to 0, not 0 to 100.
Okay, sir. Let's go and walk through this single door over here, and then we'll get you right to the ER, okay? Perfect.
See? Told you. We'll get you to an ER.
I get frustrated with the system and the fact that there's just not enough resources for our mental health. And it's frustrating because it's become a police matter. And because it has become a police matter, we're expected to fix the situation. The reality is, we can't fix every situation.
From 1955 to 1977, the number of people in state hospitals suffering from mental illness dropped from 75% to 7%. What happened to all those people? Where did they go? I mean, they just didn't disappear. When they were released from the hospitals, they were released to the community. Problem was there was no groundwork for it. There was no local mental health authority. We moved them from the state hospitals to the penal system, which now became the largest provider of mental health services in the country. Basically what happened with the institutionalization was the people that were in the hospitals were released into the society and told to fend for yourself.
And I hate when they put messages, like little writings and sayings and crap, like on my head, just because they want to play around and make fun of me. They put sensors in me and stuff to make me shake and wobble, like if I'm wired or something, and I'm not.
Here we go. The police have come here several times, and they know Christopher on a first name basis, and
They also know me on a first name basis because of the amount of times that they've gone over to the home.
She's the one making my life worse and miserable. Her and my grandma. They're the worst people ever. The doctor said I was bipolar depressive and major depressive. They labeled me schizophrenic because of the hearing aids they put in me. And I barely got labeled schizophrenic because of these.
I just saw that. That just happened last night.
What is it?
It's a burn from the lighter. So I don't like him, you know, with matches or with any kind of lighters.
I want the old Chris.
You want the old me?
Yeah, the one we used to have fun.
You don't even know me.
Chris is a great guy. He is funny. He's generous. And then for him to go through all this, it hurts. You know, these voices just took over his whole life. He don't trust anybody.
I see a picture that looks like a man and not my grandma. That's not my grandma. Take off the hair. That's a man.
Chris, I'm wondering, are you okay that I'm filming you?
No, I don't mind. I don't mind. I'll let you do this. It don't bother me because I need to get it off my chest.
I asked him if it was okay if I filmed, and he said, yeah, you can film. I need to get this off my chest.
Oh, he did? Okay, well then good. Thank you. There's a lot of heartless people here, a lot. Or maybe a lot of people that just aren't educated enough as to the illness. They don't have the medication to calm them down, so they act erratic. And you wouldn't know that unless you were told. I told him, I said, someone's gonna, hurt you. They might not know that you're not all there, and you can get hurt, just like that boy that was in Houston. They really didn't understand what he was going through.
You about to get tased. You about to get tased.
You got it?
Not yet. Not yet. You shot that man? Why he shot him? Why he shot him? Why he shot him? Why he shot that man?
Cell phone video that surfaced shows Thomas walking towards the deputy with his pants around his ankles. The deputy had ordered Thomas to stop, and when he continued forward, the deputy shot and killed Thomas. It was found that Thomas did not have a weapon.
Deputy Brewer was carrying a taser at the time of the shooting, but didn't use it.
Any loss of life is always of serious concern. From his immediate actions, it looked like something was going on, some kind of crisis situation was happening at the time with him.
Thomas had a history of mental illness. Marquita Thomas says her brother was having trouble dealing with a family tragedy. His wife stands accused of drowning their 2 children.
You could have tased him. You clearly could have tased him. He wasn't trying to hit you. He wasn't trying to shoot you. He wasn't trying to do anything.
Danny lived with me here. I got his clothes over there in the bucket. I haven't touched that because how it's folded in there is exactly how he folded it. I wear some of his stuff just to kind of like feel close to him.
That day of the shooting, I was inside Walmart, 5 to 10 minutes away from the location. I just get this phone call. They're like, your brother's in trouble, your brother's going to jail. And I hear these people in the background screaming and screaming and screaming. I'm just like, what is it that serious? What's going on?
And then I get like this real horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach. I just felt like my whole spirit lost my body that day. I just felt so empty and numb, like my whole life changed. We grew up together, we were very close. We kept each other on track for like so long. And I think he kind of like put his feelings aside and his emotions aside to make sure that I was okay. He always wanted to be tough and put on that exterior like, I'm okay, but he went through a traumatic experience, losing his kids. Deep down inside, like he was broken. He the first one out to sleep.
That's a really, really good documentary, and I recommend that you guys finish listening. Texas is doing some really great stuff when it comes to trying to, get the task force educated on how to demonstrate, how to identify when there's a crisis. They do mock arrests and all that, and it talks about all of that as you move through the documentary. But I just wanted to get on here tonight and bring it to you all's attention of, mental health crisis. It's not just happening in intimate partner violence, not just in our homes, and we're dealing with it each day, or, people just, causing issues with neighbors, but people are losing their lives because they suffer with these illnesses and there's nowhere to go. We heard them say that there's not enough mental health resources in Texas. I can speak for Ohio as a substance counselor. There's not enough mental health facilities here. In the ones that are here, there's long waiting lists, right? And that's for outpatient. So, we have to do what we have to do to educate one another, bring to the attention of these type of situations that are leading to the death of our loved ones. Ohio, where we live, is a part of the Stepping Up. And let me put that up here for you. It's called Stepping Up. Let me put that up here. It's through the mental health. I want to get the name out. There it goes. Stepping Up Initiative, called by NAMI, the National Association of Mental Health Illnesses. There's a helpline number there. You can text a number there. They are doing some stuff. I'm going to also share something with you with Ohioans. We are connected. Our sheriff's department here are connected with the Stepping Up Initiative. Chris, if you can read this stuff down here. So it's an initiative that comes together. Hope y'all can see it. There you go, Chris. If you can read this. I don't have my glasses, honey.
Where?
Right here. Getting started with Ohio and Stepping Up.
Stepping Up Initiative is a national initiative target at reducing the number of people with mental illness in jails. Without change, large numbers of people with mental illness, many with co-occurring substance use disorders, will continue to cycle through the criminal justice system, often resulting in missed opportunities to link them to treatment, tragic outcomes, inefficient use of funding, and failure to improve public safety. The Stepping Up Initiative brings together a diverse group of organizations, diverse group of organizations, including those representing sheriffs, jails administrators, judges, community corrections professionals, treatment providers, people with mental illness with their families, mental health and substance program director in the stakeholders. Ohio is adding to the effort by also including one, the call of action to a national summit as a part of a call to action. Ohio County elected officials are encouraged to work with other leaders with mental illness and their advocates and other stakeholders to pass a resolution in support of stepping up and commit to the 6 stepping up action steps as July 2023. 61 counties have passed the resolution in support of Stepping Up Ohio and have become participants in the initiative. Through the Community Innovation Grants, Ohio MAHAS takes action to help counties reduce number of criminal offenders with untreated mental illness / substance use disorder who continue to cycle through county jails.
So if you or a loved one are serving time right now, and you know that they experience mental health illnesses and they have been cycled through so many times, and they don't have the resources that they need to, get their medicine once they're released, or they don't know how to connect with housing, things like that, have them to reach out to their case managers or social workers in Ohio, and they can get you linked to the person that you can connect with and see if there's some funding available through Stepping Up. So it looks like, there is, it just in 2023, they have connected with, how many counties in Ohio?
61.
61 counties in Ohio is connected to this initiative. And so again, it's to help individuals who are struggling with mental health to get what they need in order that they can be successful or get the treatment that they need to prevent them from cycling through the criminal justice system. Listen, these are resources that can help you do what you haven't been able to do. All it takes is some time. All it takes is you picking up the phone and saying, hey, listen, there are counties connected to the NAMI, the National Association of Mental Health Illness. They have funding. There's programming. Direct me to where I can go to get my brother, my mother, my sister, my nephew, my cousin, whoever, my grandpa, grandma, to get them the help that they need. I'm going to actually look into it after doing the research from the show. Now I see that there may be some help for my patients that need, mental health services. So if the show did nothing for you, I'm so thankful I had the opportunity to research and find, bring attention and awareness to what's happening to individuals who are suffering with mental health illnesses within our communities, and what the community leaders are doing to try to educate police officers on, how to approach individuals in crisis. Listen, mental health illness for the month of March. Wow. It was good. It was informative. And we are so grateful and thankful that you tuned in for the whole month of March just to see what we had to say about mental health illness from a spiritual perspective. From a spiritual perspective, remember, as Christians, as Christian leaders, we always want to be able to help individuals who come into our churches and become a part of our congregation. We want to be able to help them in every aspect of their lives. So leaders, you owe it to yourself to educate yourself on how to best serve the people that the Lord has given you charge over. So I challenge you today, if you have a member in your church that is suffering with mental health, I challenge you to sit and have a conversation and see how you can better serve them instead of just laying hands, throwing all on them and saying, in the name of Jesus, come out. Sometimes some things It take a little longer. Even Jesus said these things takes fasting and prayer. You know, you can't just always, you know, come out in the name of Jesus, and sometimes you might not even be able to get it out things, you know, out if you're not spending the time that you need. It's called therapy, whether it be spiritual therapy or something, or medical science therapy. As leaders in the church, we need to take the time to sit and talk and get to know those in our congregation.
And also, if you know, because basically mental illness comes from what people would experience in their life. We know that. And if you're good with people and a good listener to listen to people about their problems, be one of the ones to be the one that want to be a mentor, to mentor somebody, listen to people about their problem, because that's a big way to helping another individual not to act out in a certain way or cause themselves to get a criminal crime or her to get a criminal crime or to lash out or hurt somebody's life just by listening. So if you're one of them type of person that listen, don't not necessarily be a counselor, just be a mentor. Be there to listen and then, you know, give your observation about the problem and a solution that's going to help somebody's life to make them a better person. That's basically what it's all about.
The police officer gave a really good example of how he handled. He was firm, yet he listened and he took the time to explain the options that the person that was in the mental health crisis had. So again, you know, as Chris has said, I wouldn't say you don't have to be a counselor. I think that when you're dealing with mental health and you're dealing with people, you really need to know certain techniques and certain what to say and what not to say in order not to make the situation worse. But it's always good to listen. It's always good to listen. And so being a good listener, like he said, you don't have to be a counselor to listen. And so, but knowing you're listening, if you see that there's something wrong, let someone know in order that that person gets the help that they need. God bless y'all. We love you. And thank you so much for joining us for the March on Mental Health from a Christian perspective. God bless you and good night.
Good night.